Why'd you have the time?
Almost 8.
To me, writing is like dreaming.
That's late.
When you dream, it's only in the end of the dream that you are really aware of what was you doing. And here, it's only when I finished it that I was aware of what I was trying to say, what I was trying to tell.
He told me, a meeting in Los Angeles about 2 years ago, that it was written for me. I thought there was a bit of flannel. I thought, no, come on, I don't believe that. But apparently it was. So I'm very flattered.
In a way, The Father is about dementia, but I wanted the audience to be in a very active position, not just to see a story already told, but to be in a peculiar position as if they were, in a way, experiencing a slice of dementia.
Everything all right?
Who are you?
Sorry?
Who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing in my flat?
I think it's one of the most extraordinarily beautifully written pieces about this subject. And you see it, because you see it through Anthony's eyes. Everyone can understand his confusion. For the first time, you know, suddenly go, oh God, it's awful, that's what it must be like.
I think that's the great idea of the play, is to do it from his perspective. So rather than just seeing someone who's confused about faces or times, if you put yourself in their shoes, it is literally like a stranger walks into the room. And how frightening that must be.
So you're telling me this is your place?
Yes.
And now I've heard everything.
What makes this film extraordinary is it shifts the perspective from the family observing someone fall into dementia to seeing the world through the eyes of someone. So, as an audience, you are as confused and disoriented as the sufferer.
Action.
I was talking about Anne.
Anne?
There is no easy key to unlock the mystery of this story. There isn't a particular angle you can look at it whereby it all suddenly makes sense. It's slightly fractured in a way that is difficult to put together.
Yeah, watch it. It's very pretty. It's
From the very beginning, even when it was in French, to me, I don't know why, but it sounds to me like an English story.
She was stealing from me.
Angela? Of course not, what are you talking
I'm
about?
telling you, she stole my watch.
But I really wanted to have strong and powerful and exceptional English actors to make it believable as an English story. That's why I came to Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman and Olivia Williams and all the cast.
Good.
It's been a dream come true. And he's such a joyful man, because he just seems like the man that I've seen in all the films. And then he's chatty and chatty, and then they go action. He just plays this. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Dad, Paul's not my husband. I'm divorced.
There were days when I thought, God, this is so cruel, because my character was very cruel to her. He'd always talk about his favourite daughter. You've always been that way, a warrior. Whereas your sister, yeah. My father would do that to me towards the end. And he'd look at me with that dead-eyed stare. And it hurts. But I knew, in his case, that he was dying and he was scared. Your husband?
I'm not married, Dad.
Olivia Williams, again, we were so lucky that she said she'd come in, because some of these roles are only maybe 3 or 4 days, but they're great. But, you know, to get people like Mark Gatiss or Rufus Sewell or Olivia Williams or Imogen Poots to come in and just say, would you mind just, it's 2 days here and then a day in 3 weeks' time. It's rare for actors at that level to say yes.
I did a scene with Tony on the sofa, and it felt very straightforward and very easy. And I went over to speak to Florian in front of the monitor, and I caught a glimpse of me and Anthony Hopkins on a screen together, because they were playing it back, and I thought, I'm doing a scene with Anthony Hopkins. And it kind of only hit me when I saw it on the screen, because when we were doing it, it was just this, you know, it was straightforward and easy.
Here we are. We were just about to get dressed.
I go back over the years and I think of myself as a young actor, and I struggled. I studied Stanislavski and I did all that stuff, and it was wonderful. But I look back now and I think, well, that was the way I had to come here. Now it's easy, and it gets easier.
Everything all right?
Fine, we were just getting dressed. But one of the things about Tony is he's got a twinkle in his eye, which, you know, he's got a sort of twinkle in his body, you know, and he's playing a man who was entertaining and fun and beloved and great and flawed and naughty, and, you know, and he brings all that to it.
I mean, look at me. Just take a look at me.
He's been in so many incredible things, but he has an amazing kind of wisdom and a serenity, but he is still sitting on a volcano of Welsh talent. And I think that's the most incredible thing to see, that he just, you know, just blasts out.
Let me be absolutely clear. I'm not leaving my flat.
He's still such a formidable presence.
But I want an honest answer, nothing fancy. Can you do that for me?
I don't waste too much time in thinking too much about everything and analysing everything. Get on and do it. Learn your lines, show up and do it. And that keeps me alive, and it keeps my brain active. I'm in the habit of learning masses of poetry. I learn T.S. Eliot and stuff like that, because I find it so powerful, the language.
You're comfortable in your room, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you seem to be. I thought so.
I'm aware all the time of my mortality and what it must be like to lose one's leaves, as he says at the end. He says, I'm losing all my leaves one by one.
Great, thank you very much.
And he's lovely and joyful. And he sits there and he goes, life's beautiful, isn't it? I'll be lucky to all be here together. Ooh, it just makes me want to cry. It's a proper treat.
Cut.